Hello everybody, welcome back to West Ham United. My name is Jack and today we've got a game against Viktoria Plzen in the Europa League and Manchester City in the Premier League. The last couple of games, 2 losses, but the Carabao Cup, like I said in the last episode, I think it's a bit of a nuisance when we're in Europa League, I think. So we played a very rotated side. We lost 2-1. It's fine. West Brom are a Premier League team. It's fine. We then lost 3-1 to Arsenal, who obviously Premier League winners last season, and they've won every game this season, I think. Harry Maguire getting another goal in that game, though. Haller scoring in the Carabao Cup game. So, it's two losses, but I think we were always expected to lose against Arsenal, and then the Carabao Cup's the Carabao Cup at the end of the day. So, 7 points from 7 games. We're still sitting down the bottom end of the table. Nearly got as many losses as we did the entirety of last season, which isn't too great. But look, Chelsea are also down here. So, yeah, Man City aren't having a great season. It's fine. It's funny, Arsenal have got 7 out of 7 so far this season. But we're concentrating on the Europa League for the first half of this episode. And this is the team we're going to go with in that game. In fact, no, first of all, as of time of recording, on the 8th of August, transfer deadline day, West Ham United have just signed Albion Ajeti from FC Basel. So, as I'm trying to keep up with, real life, if you will, we've put in a bid for him. It's accepted. We've offered him a contract, which he's accepted. And fingers crossed he can come in. We actually need a third striker, so he might actually be good. So, he's been banging them in for Basel, which is fantastic. So hopefully he can come in January as well. I realised I didn't tell you the team. You probably saw it anyway. We'll tell you it here. Fabianski in goal, Firpo, Slabhead, Rice and Tavares at the back, with Noble and Encham in the middle, Anderson, Fornals, Diangana and Haller up front. So we got a mixture of reserve players, first team players in there, which is good. We've got our leader in Mark Noble right in the middle there. So he hasn't had too many chances this season because of, we've got Incham and Ramsey in there now. So his time at the club might be coming to an end. But usually, especially in the last one, I got rid of Mark Noble in the second season, I think. And I want to at least try and make him a coach. I forgot to say, we got a load of new coaches, and one of the coaches was Pablo Zabaleta. He did finally take that under-23 coach role, if you remember me doing that. I think it was in the transfer special, which, I understand if you didn't see it, it was an hour long, so it was a long old episode. But, yeah, Pablo Zabaleta back at the club. I think we also got Jens Lehmann in as well, who's got fantastic goalkeeping stats. He just doesn't want to be a goalkeeping coach for some reason, but he's a normal coach. And then we got another coach as well for the first team. So, pretty decent at the moment. I think he was a technical coach. I can't remember who he is. But I want to add Noble into, because Mark Noble's the type of person you'd want in a youth team around. So, I don't usually make him coach. Keeper's had a right mare there, but Felipe Jansen's put us 1-0 up with a free kick from all of 25, 30 yards, maybe even 30 yards. Yeah, it's a good swinger, but the keepers should be doing better than that. But yeah, I usually sell Mark Noble because obviously when he's playing, he's pretty old. He's not pretty old. He's like early 30s, but he's always there's always better options, if you will. But I want to keep hold of him as long as he doesn't start getting upset about not playing too many games. Then I'm happy with that. As long as he's happy with a more reduced role, he's still our captain. He's club captain. I think we're going on the basis of club captain and team captain, because Mark Noble's always going to be captain of the club. But I think Kieran Tierney might be our vice captain. He's kind of the team captain, if you will. Because Mark Noble's not going to be playing too often. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we can make him a coach. Hopefully he doesn't get upset before retiring. But I'll keep him around. Whether he'll start games, I don't know. But I'll keep him around. He'll definitely be in cup games when I can. Like in the Carabao Cup he was. I don't know if he played in the last Europa League game. I can't remember. I don't think he did. But you might get the odd Europa League game in there, which would be perfect. You might get the odd league game in there as well. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's 26 minutes in, though. Fornals, who's not had the best starts of the season. He did pick up an injury early on. And he hasn't really recovered from that. And he hasn't looked the same player like he did last season. Diangana, what a goal! Diangana, what a finish, son. Europa League just seems to be our tournament this year. We just score goals in it. Felipe Janssen found Diangana, who took one touch, and then what, that is top bins. I thought Ramsey's effort in the last episode was top bins. That is even more top bins. Incredible stuff. Diangana, that's his first ever goal for West Ham. Obviously, in Football Manager 2019, I think he scored in real life. I can't remember. He scored in the pre-season, but I don't know if he scored in a competitive game. I can't remember. I think he has. Something tells me that he has, but in Football Manager, he hasn't. So that is his first goal for the club, which is excellent to see. You do love to see it, and that's poor from Plzen there. If these were the two teams that we had to take results off, I mean, look at the stats. I think we're right to finish top of the group. Diangana, Jesus Christ, Christ on a bike. But if we can end the 3 games on 9 points, I'd probably play Bajic, the keeper, in there, and play a bit more of a rotated side in the Europa League, because at this moment of time, like I said, if Plzen and Krasnodar were the 2 sides that we needed to take points from, and we're smashing them, I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be alright. As long as we don't bottle it, we should top this group. I've said it. We should top this group. An hour in though, and it's a very professional performance. We're dominating, but we're not, not pushing all out for it. We just know what we need to do. Getting the goals, it's fine. In Cham now, to Noble, what I'm going to do is probably take off the more experienced players, but there you go. Poor from Plzen, they're just terrible, really. Absolutely terrible. Felipe Janssen, in Cham, as a shot, but it's nowhere near. I'm going to take off that are not so much the experienced players, the first teamers, if you will, and bring on players who don't play so much. Just to give the first teamers a rest, because we have got Manchester City next, so we need players to play for that, but also fitness levels and whatnot for the season, and just to give other players game time. So I would class in Cham as one. Haller can come off if he's starting. Haller can come off. He hasn't had a good game anyway. And Fornals is tired, but that's fine. So I'm going to bring on Izzy Diop for Slabhead. They'll probably play together in the next game, but just to give him a bit of game time. Slabhead doesn't need to be on. He's played since he scored that first goal. He has played excellently well in every game since. So that's excellent to see. But like I said, this seems to be a very, very, very professional performance. We have not given them a sniff at goal. They've had one shot, it was blocked instantly, and we haven't given them a sniff. Tavares finds Felipe Janssen, but he can't quite divert it to the goal. It's being played out to Firpo. Can he get the ball into the box? He does. Can't find anyone. Tyler Adams gets his first goal for the club. So we've got 2 players getting their first goals for the club since they've been here. Tyler Adams, the young American kiddie, getting off the mark for West Ham United. It is West Ham 3, Viktoria Plzen 0, and goal difference is well and truly on our side. I know Europa League, I assume it's head-to-head as well, like the Champions League, but it's always good to have a bit of goal difference, just to assert dominance, if you will, on the group. And first 2 games, 6 points. What's that? 8 goals scored as well. Fantastic start to the campaign. And bearing in mind, Valerenga are the weakest side of the group, and we've already scored 8 goals in our first 2 games, basically. So we're going to get FM'd, basically. We're either going to get FM'd or going to smash them 5-0, hopefully. Anyway, but that is the end of the game. West Ham 3, Viktoria Plzen 0. Very pleased. Don't need to be over it, passionate about it. Good result. We go on to the Man City game with a bit of confidence now. Diangana getting man of the match as well. Fantastic. Superb in front of goal. Nice one, lad. Nice one. I wonder if he loves me because I gave him his debut and his first goal. No. No, he does not, but fantastic little player. Maybe that 29 games in the Championship did him wonders. He scored some goals, got some assists, and now he's coming to us, and he's going to slowly, gradually, he's got 5-star potential, 4.5-star potential, so he's going to grow into a exceptional player on that right-hand side. And fingers crossed, he can grow, because we've got a very good young team coming up, I feel. In the next couple of years, we could have a whole new team full of young players, which I'm very much looking forward to. Let's go on to the Man City game, and hopefully we can transform this Europa League form into a bit of league form. I'll see you in a second. We have brought in Albion Ajeti to the club. Like I said, keeping up with real life. It'll be our third choice. He's got a bit of potential, 4-star potential. You can't complain about that. 3-star player, so he should be a Premier League player coming in as well. Cannot complain. Third choice. We needed a striker as well. Thank you, West Ham, for signing him in real life, because I'd never heard of him, if I'm quite honest, until we've been linked with him. He looks like an absolute bags man. So hopefully he can get some game time and get some goals for us as well. Man City, go back to that. Right, we are back for the Man City game. Bit of a rotation. We're probably expecting to lose this game. People are pretty shattered, like 4 hours. We're going to take him off, but not really many people to bring on. I wanted Lanzini to play there, but people are just so tired that it's pretty hard. I'm gonna try that. I think. Don't know how much Haller's gonna do on that left-hand side. It's an inside forward. He's right-footed. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So we're going to go Fabianski and go Tierney, Maguire, Diop. I said Maguire, not Slabber. Diop, Klein, Ramsey, and Incham. We're going to swap those two over. Diangana, Lanzini, Haller, and Ibrahimovic up front. Arsenal have just lost their first game of the season. Probably not the game they wanted to lose either, as they lost 4-1 to Spurs. Which is incredible stuff. Arsenal Fan TV would be up in rage about that. That would be incredible stuff. We're not worrying about that today. We're worrying about Manchester City and whether we can surprise them once again after a couple of... Did we beat them twice? I think we took 6 points off them last season. Can we take another 3 off them today? We'll have to wait and see. I don't think we will. Personally, we'd have to get pretty lucky, if I'm honest, but we could get a goal here. Lanzini whips it in, but Edson is out to claim it with ease. And what formation were Man City playing? 4-2-2-1. So 5-2-2-1 even. Oh, not goals like that. Oh, Fabianski doing bits there. Fabianski, that's why he's the best keeper outside of the top 6. Because he just pulls off triple saves like that. Big bloke. Ramsey now finds Haller on that left-hand side to Lanzini. What can he do? Tries to play it forward, but it gets blocked. Only to Ramsey, though. To Haller. Back to Ramsey. Lovely ball out to Kieran Tierney. Who whips in the ball. And Ibrahimovic is there. And he gets his first goal of the season. He's finally broken his duck. He hasn't scored many goals for us. But when he does, he usually plays really well. He usually gets an assist with it as well. So fingers crossed he can get an assist. But at the moment, it's West Ham 1, Manchester City 0. And it's all looking fantastic. We're matching them, which is great. That's all you can ask for, matching them. They're sitting 8th in the league at the moment. 9th in the league even. They're not having exactly a enthralling start to the season. But then again, neither are we. So we'll take it. Guard against complacency. I'll be so happy with a point. Like, extremely happy with a point. I'll be quite happy with like a narrow loss. But you don't want to obviously be happy with a loss. So if they score in the last minute... I was going to say if they score in the last minute to get an equaliser, then I won't be too upset. But Leroy Sané has just put one away 5 minutes after half time. I've realised we're playing a tick-a-tacker formation against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Is he even manager still of Manchester City, actually? No, it's Conte. Brilliant. Conte is manager of Man City. Of course he is. Of course he is. We're going to make some substitutions. 20 minutes left. Diangana's had a quiet game. Expected from the young kid. I thought I'll start him because he played fantastically well in that last game. Let's just try and take off players that are shattered, shall we? Just to try and keep fitness at its best. Haller can come off. Fornals can come on. But we got an international break after this, so people are going to get rests anyway, which is fantastic. But in the meantime, we've got 10 minutes left of this game, and we have got a throw-in, which went to one of their players. Obviously it did. Diop, back to Fabianski though, and can we build from the back? Plays it back to Diop, up to Ramsey, who turns and faces up towards their goal, which is fantastic to see. Lanzini now, back to Ramsey, slow build-up play, I'm liking it. Nathaniel Klein making a darting run down the right-hand side. Fans Lanzini, who's in the box. I don't know. It looked like he got caught in two minds, because that definitely didn't look like a shot. It looked like he was trying to play it across goal, but it was aimed towards goal. It just looked weird. And that's a poor corner from, I think, was Fornals. But with 5 minutes to go, we got another highlight. Lanzini plays out to Fornals. Can he have a shot? He does, and he hits the post, and he gets cleared away by an injured Gabriel Jesus. We're fighting here. They've had better. They've had better chances than us, but we're doing all right. Oh no. Oh, penalty. We've given away so many penalties recently. I did say if they score in the last minute to get an equaliser, not if they get a winner though. Bernardo puts it into the back of the net. Oh, I feel quite hard done by. I know I said that a narrow loss I wouldn't be too upset by, but I actually feel hard done by that. Oh, don't make it free. Fabianski, what a save. 3 would have made it very, very, very flattering for them. But it looks like we're going to lose this game. There is time for a goal. Maybe we can get a last minute equaliser. We've played well. Diop, what a tackle. What a tackle from Diop. Can we now build from the back? Lanzini, he's running down the left hand side, skips past one, finds Ibra. Weird, strong pass to Tierney. Lanzini, back to Ibra. With just in and around the box. We got time to get a goal. Not like that. The Ramsey panics, shoots from like 30, 35 yards out, and it goes miles wide. And we've lost 2-1 to Man City, which I'm just going to say I can't fault it. Like, we were expected to lose. This wasn't one of the games where I pinned hopes of 3 points on, but it doesn't really help us in the course of it, but it'd be fine. We'll get a couple of wins soon. We'll pick up some form, and we'll get there. It'll be all right. Right, next episode will be Falangana and Crystal Palace. Get a win against them, and we've probably sorted out top spot in Europa League. Fingers crossed. Where did the board want us to go? Quarterfinals. I think after the group stage, there's a first qualifying round, first knockout round, and a second qualifying. First knockout, second knockout, and then it's quarterfinals. I want to say. Oh, it's not going to tell us. Let's go to the last season. So yeah, first knockout, second knockout, quarters, semi-final. Who won it last year? Lazio beating Ajax. Cool. This is how the rest of the groups looking. So Chelsea on top of their group. Goats be on top of their group. Interesting. Roma on top, Rangers at the bottom. Trying to look out for former teams. There was a couple of our former teams. Ajax are in there. They're doing all right. And Celtic were in here somewhere as well. They're sitting bottom of their group, unfortunately. I wanted to get placed in one of those groups. Couldn't happen, unfortunately. But that is the episode. Like I said, we're going to come back for only going to miss the one game. Come back for the Varangana game and the Crystal Palace game. But if you did enjoy that, please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. I shall see you again in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.